So, Victor Bout, Lord of War, or just a man about the town? Misunderstood. I don't know, I guess we're about to find out. So, I have this interview here, and it's pretty surprising stuff. Let's take a listen and tell me what you think. What say you?
Do you hate America?
No. In fact, knowing many inmates, I figure out we're sharing way more common. Maybe America is very much similar. Look, it's the same size. It's the same kind of this. And when you talk to them, there is nothing there even to beef about. We are naturally, born not to be enemies. And whenever there's conflict, it's elites. Every, American I met in a prison who is from rural area was very easy to deal with. He has no problem with Russia, and he was curious about Russia, despite all propaganda. They're losing their Christian values. They're losing their families. They're losing literally their countries. It's not anymore the same country. We knew America, who used to be a model for entire world and lead, be an example, like they say, a shiny town on the, sparkling town on a hill. And this is, of course, pity. It was a strong country who was really a, industrial might, this one. And look, for 30, 40 years, deindustrialization, drug problem, crime waves. You can understand, and I feel more empathy to American after this experience than I would feel any hate.
What would you consider as the most important event of the years that you have spent in prison?
Which events? International?
Well, it doesn't matter. Maybe international.
2014.
Oh, okay. Why?
Well, I guess, would be in history as a turning point. It's a turning point of Russia. Finally stand up on its knees. Proud, strong.
14 years ago, if you would have known that it's going to happen with you, you're going to spend 14 years away from your family, from your motherland, would you do something differently in your life?
It's difficult to live on the callings of your heart. But if you listen in your heart, yes, sometimes you get into trouble, but you never betrayed yourself. And this inner peace gives you enough strength to go through everything. Why? Because you don't have a conflict inside of you. Doesn't matter what. You have peace and tranquility because you trust in your heart. You trust in callings of your blood. You're trusting, and you're never fighting who you are.
Wow. 2 minutes and 49 seconds. So much to unpack in that short piece. But let's start, shall we? So, all the conflicts he blames on the elites. He has nothing but empathy for America. In prison, he met lots of people from rural areas who they seem to have a lot in common. Concerned about the country, concerned about the direction it's taken. Right? This does not sound like the guy who they say is the Lord of War. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Whether he did all those things or not, at this point, it's irrelevant. He did time, he got traded over for Brittany Griner, so it is what it is. But one of the main reasons that they initially said they wanted to capture him because he wanted to kill Americans. Now, has he changed over his time in prison? That's another option. Or is this just a really good propaganda piece? I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, but his face looked pretty sincere. Let me also say this. In my lifetime, I have had 3 Russian people who I was close with. Women, obviously. The first was a little older than me. Maybe by 10 years, right? I did a video about 3 months ago. I think it's the best way to answer spam calls, if I'm not mistaken. I did it in Russian. She's the one who taught me. We use flashcards and everything. pronunciation, all of that. Very nice lady. And there was a twin, these sisters, Russian. They used to come to the place where I worked. There was a Russian family there, always very nice to me. You know, they drove a BMW. I'd sit outside, talk with them when they came by, or after their visit, we'd hang out. Even the supervisor over there was like looking at me like, why are they always talking to this guy? That's the kind of person I am. I don't beef with people because they're from a certain country or because they're white, Asian, Japanese, whatever the case is. That's not me. I don't roll like that. You come in peace, it's always going to be peace. You know what I mean? I might not be the social butterfly, you know, but of course, I don't bear grudges just because America says we have to bear grudges. That's not my way. But what say you? What do you think? In that short piece, he said a lot. So, you know, keep an open mind, see what else comes up, because this is very interesting. After spending all this time in jail, apparently he bears the country no ill will, so I guess we shall see. Anyways, I'm going to keep it short. That's my time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my take. Make sure you like the video. Be sure to subscribe. You know, I always bring you content like this. Drop me a comment if you feel like, and of course, share it. Right? A lot of people have their perceptions about this guy, but this interview that they're doing with him in his own homeland brings up a lot of questions. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.